What's poppin'? I'm Peter and this is city update number 4. That's right everyone, I've finally gotten around to making a city update, and this time obviously we're going to be putting roads, specifically these roads, in the LEGO City. Unfortunately, however, I do have to take apart the mega highway from last video because I gotta reuse the roads. I'm not just gonna keep this around forever. And I guess there's no better time to start than right now. So I normally put music here, but right now I'm going to talk to you guys a little because I feel like you'll need some context for this video. The first couple minutes of this were filmed quite a while ago, so if it seems like I'm a bit out of touch, that's why. I also wanted to insert a quick apology for being gone for 10 months. I know I've neglected you wonderful people, and I wish I could have been more active. Anyways, I'm still alive, and this is definitely not going to be my last video. Oh look, I'm done with the mega highway. Guess what guys, it's a new day. I know, you would never guess by the fact I'm wearing different clothes. That might happen a lot in this video, but anyways, I've been making some more progress off camera on making the actual road segments to go in the city, and here I'll show you. So essentially what's been going on here is I've made medians for the roads, which I will probably talk about more later, but you can just see it's like a flower bed going down the center of the main road. That intersection right there is going to be going there, and then that road, which is kind of in bits right now, is going to be going over there. So I know it's a little bit backwards. This segment is going to be turned like that, so if that makes any more sense. I promise you'll kind of get to see how it comes together, but you might have also noticed that I cleaned off this entire countertop, which is not usually how it is in this basement, but I cleaned it all off in preparations for something big. You might notice that there's Duplo in this bag here, and you're probably wondering, Peter, why have you bought Duplo? Well, the story is that I'm trying to make my city a little bit on an incline. So this part and this part are going to be low, and then the modulars, the entire section back here is going to be like 2 bricks off the ground. I saw a really nice technique in a Tiago Catarino video about how to make the roads not flat, but like on an incline. And that's my plan for what I'm going to do. And the Duplo parts are going to help me with that, and you'll see that in the time lapses later in the video. But in order to use these parts in the city, I actually have to wash them and sort them so I know what I have. So here comes the next time lapse in this video of many. So I finished washing and sorting all the parts, and I did a little bit, a teensy little bit of work off camera. You might notice the roads behind me. Look, see? So I think I showed you earlier how this main street is going to go in the main street in the city. That's kind of obvious, but I'll show you how I actually supported it and what I'm going to do. So in the bag were a whole bunch of Duplo bricks, and I used all the Duplo bricks to make supports, which is not this design. This was my first draft. So this is my pretty much final design of the supports that are going to go under the modular buildings. One side of a modular building here, one side here, so it kind of supports 2, and then I'll have some stilts in the middle so that they don't sag under their own weight. And I've done kind of the same thing for the road supports. It's just a Duplo brick with double wide brick on top. You can see that that goes under the entirety of the road section. So this entire section of road is just up by a couple bricks so that I can get the elevation change where the center of the city is higher and the outer parts of the city are lower. Anyways, here is one of the sections of the less fancy road, which is just going to be going in the little side tables, not the actual main street. The next step towards getting the roads in the city is dismantling the city a little bit so we can put the roads in, which is a little bit of a scary thought. So, because I know this is going to take a while and I will make mistakes, it's time-lapse time. Gentlemen, that's right. I bought a Nicolas Cage sequin pillow. No, I did do that. That's not what I was gonna say. I put the roads on that part of the city. That's what the time lapse was for. You saw it. So while this residential area does look much better than before, I'm a little disappointed with the fact that you can't really see that there's a hill there at all. It just looks flat. But if you come down to the end of the table, you'll see that it is lifted up by 2 bricks like I saw. Oh no, Nicholas has a nosebleed. Anyways, there's this 2 brick lift here that I don't want to make it much taller than that because then it becomes really expensive to put parts under all this area, but it's also not exactly as much of a slant as I wanted it to be, so I'm not really sure what to do about that yet. And for those of you wondering why I don't just push the middle 2 tables up and leave these lower and not have to use all the parts under there, well, it's a bit late for that now, isn't it? Anyways, skedaddle, Nicholas. I gotta show the people the downtown. Why is it so lifelike? Why? So I know my lighting here isn't the best, but I think this street looks pretty spiffy. I mean, you got the small businesses on the right, literally small businesses, and then you got the Modulars on the left. So I can probably throw some nicer footage over this for a second, but look how much better the city looks in general. I mean, just the sidewalks, the streets, the flower beds, it has so much more life to it. One thing I don't like though is the fact that you can see the base plates under some of these sidewalks, like the base plates curl up a bit, which is not really a problem that I've figured out how to solve. I don't know if it can be solved, but it just bothers me a little. And now you'll never be able to unsee it. Mwahahahaha. Also, I read the displays that go behind my table, so I think I really need lights for them now, because look how dark it is. It's sad. They need friends. In terms of what I have left to do in the next time lapse though, it's going to be pretty much just this table, filling it in with roads and making it look all pretty like these 2 do. Look, they're so pretty. I might even touch over there where I forgot to mention, but I got the police station, so that's new. So yeah, I guess we'll just get started. Viewers, if you want to skip to the montage, I won't be offended, it's fine. For those of you who have been around a while, I'm in college. Don't get me wrong, I'm not quitting YouTube just because I'm in college. I just can't come home and make videos as often as I did in high school. Because I lived here in high school and I don't live here now. I don't think it's going to be a year between videos because I actually have motivation again and I have lots of ideas that are piling up as I haven't been making videos. I just can't push as hard as I did in high school, and I definitely won't be pushing myself to the point of burnout on this channel anymore. This channel is a creative project for me, not a profit-oriented business, and burnout is what caused that long break to happen in the first place. One biggest factor that made me motivated to not give up on this video though is you guys. Every time I came downstairs to the basement, I was reminded of the people that I was leaving behind and falling out of touch with. I posted a story on Instagram about the fact that I'm filming today again. The outpouring of support that came from that story was so much. I was gonna return anyways, but I always forget how much I really, miss this community. And that sounds cheesy, but it's the truth. So I think the lesson learned here is I need to take on less ambitious projects and on more realistic timescales so that I can actually finish videos. But that's about all I had to say. So here's a montage of the city.